Hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So as I mentioned to you guys, I was almost at level 40 with Arcana, and as soon as I got him to level 40 I wanted to try out Dark Magician deck, and some of you guys were asking for it in the comments. So here's the build that I went with. I'm calling it a Dark Magician Turbo because it's you get him out so easily, and you're trying to end the game quickly as well. Obviously we have the Dark Magic Curtain, which makes you pay half of your life points to summon a Dark Magician from the deck. Now the cool thing about that is that you're always going to have half of, you're always going to be able to pay for Dark Magic Curtain. The only downside is that you cannot normal summon or special summon anything else the turn you activate the effect. You can only set, but it's still cool. If you trigger this with your full 4,000 life points, you're gonna activate this skill, which is Master of Magicians. Can be used after your life points decrease by 2,000. Randomly add 1,000 knives, Dark Magic attack, or Dark Magic expanded to your hand. The skill can only be used once per duel. So you can get 1,000 knives, which is gonna let you destroy a monster on the field, or it's gonna let you, or you're gonna get Dark Magic attack, which is gonna destroy all spell and traps your opponent controls. Dark Magic Expanded has a different effect. I'll go over that during the replays, because I think I get it in a couple of games. We're running Ancient Rules, so we can special summon those Dark Magicians that are gonna be in our hand. So we have Dark Magic Curtain to special summon from deck, and then we have Ancient Rules from the hand. I'm running 2 Jesters so that I can search my Dark Magicians if I need to, and I'm also running 1 Trance the Magic Swordsman, so if I have that on hand I can immediately tribute the Legion to summon my Trance, and then I can search a Dark Magician and use my Ancient Rules, stuff like that. Now also, depending on how my hand is, if I already have Ancient Rules and I have a Legion, I can also go Wonder One, tribute the Legion, draw 2 cards, and then search for my Dark Magicians. That's kind of how how the deck can be very fast, if you because then you can search your enemy controllers or your Dark Magic attacks or your 1,000 knives to end the game quicker. I'm running 1 Cosmic Cyclone. I wanted something extra to destroy back row. I was running that other spell that you can search with Magician's Rod that lets you add 2 Dark Magicians to your hand from either the grave or the deck. But it wasn't really coming up that much, so I just went with Cosmic Cyclone. We ran the 1 skill Dark Magician just because it's a 1900 beater. His effect didn't come up at all, but if you have 3 spell counters, you can special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Now the Magician's Rod is gonna let us search for Dark Magic attack, Dark Magic Curtain, or 1,000 knives. So it's really cool. 1600 attack, the 3 Dark Magicians, and I already went over the Trance the Magic Swordsman. This is also good because if you have to trigger your Legion the Fin Jester, you can add Trance instead of a Dark Magician if you need to keep that one in the deck, so you can use Dark Magic Curtain. But enough talking, let's go ahead and get to this replays, because the maintenance is actually in about 20 minutes, so I needed to record this right away. You guys won't be seeing this until the morning though, and I go back to work tomorrow, so I think my video output is gonna slow down a little bit since I am going back to work. But we're going up against Mako. I just searched my Dark Magic Curtain with Magician's Rod because I'm setting up for my follow-up turn. We see the Hammer Shark. It's gonna summon Lust Blue Breaker. He activates the effect, so I can just chain my enemy controller, flip over the Hammer Shark, which is the only threat. I'm able to keep my Magician's Rod on the field, and now I can summon my Dark Magician from the deck, activate my skill, I get lucky and pick up another 1,000 knives, so I'm able to clear his field and just go for game. Nice and easy. Like I said, quick games most of the time. And everybody's running so much back row that it was nice to use a deck like this that can take care of their whole back row with 1 card. Because if you think about it, it's almost like you're running 3 of them, since you're running 2 cards that can search it. So you see it very consistently. Here we got a Weevil burn. Gotta love the Weevils. Full back row, burning lands. So here I take a gamble. I realize that I have my legions and I have an enemy controller. So at any point I can... it was more likely for me to draw into a Dark Magician and activate my ancient rules than for me to draw into Dark Magic Attack. So I searched for a Dark Magic Attack. I'm not worried about Dark Magic Curtain because I really don't want to pay half of my life points when I'm going up against Weevil. We see the Massive Morph, which is fine. And there's my Dark Magician. So I can actually use Legion to tribute both of my monsters since my Dark Magician Rod could not attack. We see a second Massive Morph. I'm gonna get another Dark Magician to my hand because of Legion. Go for the Dark Magic Attack, and I didn't want to play into Lava Golem, so I decided to wait another turn. I could finish him off in the next turn. He doesn't summon anything, he's got the Ladybug. So I do the same Legion play. I'm gonna be able to search another monster. And I added the one from the graveyard instead of the one from the deck in case I needed Dark Magic Curtain down the road. But you know, I have 2 Ancient Rules. Go for the win. We got a Thea Gardener. I don't actually remember what... oh yeah, I do remember. I think it was Holy Guard, Gladiator Beast. Yeah. And this was a very quick duel. They're going first, set 2 back rows, set a monster. I pick up my Magician's Rod. So I'm gonna get my Dark Magic Curtain since I already have Dark Magic Attack. But I can do all that next turn. We see the Murmillo, he's gonna destroy my Magician's Rod. Picks up a Laquari. And I pick up an Ancient Rule, so I don't even have to waste my Dark Magic Curtain. Dark Magic Attack, we see the enemy controller. So I just tribute for my trance since I'm gonna have, you know, a Dark Magician the next turn because of Curtain. Destroy the Laquari instead of leaving it on the field, and then they just scoop. I really like, you know, being able to have that one trance. What's his name again? I need to check his name. All I know is that it's trance. Let's see, I have it right here. Trance the Magic Swordsman. Alright, we're just gonna call him Trance because that's simpler. But yeah, I really like having one of them in the deck. It's always nice to have a 1 tribute monster in case you need to tribute a Lava Golem, a Parasite, stuff like that. Here, I'm pretty much set up for my following turn, so I just search for the 1000 Knives. I already have Dark Magic Attack, I have my Ancient Rules, and obviously I have Trance and Legion, so that's gonna let me do a tribute summon, search for my Dark Magician, and then a special summon a Dark Magician. We see Gemini Summoner, which was a nice surprise. So I go for the play, Legion into Trance, search out a Dark Magician, go for the Ancient Rules, destroy the back row. And I kept the enemy controller in hand. I destroyed the Gemini Summoner because you have to attack it twice in order to destroy it by battle. So I just went ahead and used the 1000 Knights. And I wanted to go per game here, that's why I kept the enemy controller in hand. But he did have a Sphere Kuriboh, so I go ahead and trigger that. I'm gonna lose my Trance Magic Swordsman, unfortunately. I pick up a Legion. His card was activatable the whole time, so instead of once again trying to go for game with Econ Take, I just activated the enemy controller, flipped the Tiger into defense mode, and even though I knew I was attacking into a Destiny draw, there was not one card he could get that was gonna win him the duel. He picks up Spell Striker, goes for Econ Take, and then just scoops because that's not enough damage. Even if you pick up something like Lava Golem, Lava Golem was gonna trigger my Legion. I was gonna add my Trance back to my hand, and then I could just 3v the Lava Golem. So I felt like I was in a pretty good spot. You don't normally want to activate their Destiny drop, but when they're down to 1 card, you know, it's very unlikely that they'll have 1 card in the deck that can turn around the whole duel. Here we got a Pegasus Mind Scan. I just set my Legion. We see Sergeant Electro, so it's a control deck. I pick up my Trance Magic Swordsman since I already have Dark Magician in my hand. Use my Magician's Rod, and I pick up the Curtain right here because I wanted to do everything on my next turn. He would have to crash this Sergeant Electro if he wanted to destroy my Magician's Rod, and if he crashed, it is very unlikely for him to have 4,000 damage on top of that. Oh wait, I guess I do go for my Dark Magician play. Never mind, I thought I did all that in the next turn. But I go for the Ancient Rules. I don't remember this duel at all. We see the... Oh, that's right, I remember now. I wanted to search... I could have searched either Dark Magic Curtain or the Thousand Knives. But because he had something activatable, I didn't want to go for game. Instead, I went with the Curtain for follow-up plays. And... you know, we saw that it was a super rush, so actually the Thousand Knives would have won me the game. But I pick up Enemy Controller so I can lock down his back row. And then I go for Dark Magic Curtain so I can end the game over a Kuriboh. Master of Magicians lets me pick up another Dark Magic tag. And I just did this so I could check what card that was. We see the Wall of Disruption, which would have been very bad for me, but I'm still able to win over the 1 Kuriboh. I love when you econ take Sergeant Electro and then lock down their own back row. That's like my favorite play. But that's it for the deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I don't know how, you know, how good it's gonna be. I'm still only in Platinum, and I'm actually having a lot of problems just getting a win streak in Platinum because what you face is so random that at any point you're gonna take a random loss. But this deck did pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link's going to be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my content, support my channel. Really appreciate that. And till next time.